I'm about to lose my brain stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make sense.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets. We only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets. We only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you son. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you son. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the QueenAShakur TV show. I'm your host, QueenAShakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. And if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know you can exit stage left. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, so we're banned on the other channel, beloveds. We're banned on the other channel for a week. We're banned on the other channel. So for those of you who missed last night's or yesterday's video, the very explosive video that I did, if you missed it, you can find it on my Odyssey channel. The Odyssey channel is the original QueenAShakur show. It's the same as the main channel, okay? And it also is going to premiere on my other channel today. I edited it, and it's going to premiere on my other channel. Hold on. Let me get the link real quick. Everyone, please get those likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get you all the link in case you don't go on Odyssey. Okay, so it's premiering at 11:45, I think. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Getting the link. Okay, so here's the link in the chat. There's the link right there. Okay, so follow that link because I'll be going live on there sometime also as well. Now, with that all being said, it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. And so anyway, hello, RG Titan, Nessie X in the house, Root Trackers, Mr. Hotel, PHP Princess, Stacy, Lulu, Samantha. All right, shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Now we have Hey G from the land, Janelle. We have 150 people in the chat, so please let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up so we can match the number of people in the chat. Hey Vince, I am from the UK. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Mr. Hotel said the Nancy Drew of journalism. You better know it. Hey, Negroes officials. Okay, so we're going to be talking about something that I don't see how this got swept under the rug. The allegations that Raz B and Quindon Tarver made against Christopher Stokes and Marcus Houston. And they did this years ago. And there was some very incriminating evidence as far as I'm concerned, and nothing really came of it. It seems to have just gotten swept under the rug. Okay, so we're going to revisit that. All hell no said the Queen was telling it all, child. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it because in this article from 13 years ago, Raz B is exposing everyone. Talks about Bow Wow and Lil Fizz's hookups and all of that. And so Raz B is going in on these boys or these boy band dudes. And it's not a good look at all. As previously reported, Raz B claimed that Marcus Houston and Christopher Stokes abused him, and tried to silence him from speaking out in 2007. Okay, we'll get more to that momentarily. Now, he called in to Charlemagne the God's the funeral radio show and spoke his mind, alleging that he was being guided by Jesus to share his story. And when he previously tried to do so, he was pressured to recant. He says, it was a lot of pressure. There was no guns. It was more of a manipulation thing. I didn't have any help and still don't have any help except for my family or Jesus Christ. Now, when you're really serving Christ, you can't live in the dark. This is what Raspy said. The singer also defended himself against his old group members, Omarion and Lil Fizz, both of which have spoken out against him. Obviously frustrated, Raz tells the funeral that he's heard rumors that Omarion is gay and Lil Fizz has no room to talk, considering that he was the first one of the group to be in relations with Marcus Houston. He says, I'm about to throw that ninja completely under the bus. Lil Fizz was the first one to take it by Marcus Houston. On my mama. Now, he also adds that he was suspicious of the relationship between the B2Ker and rapper Bow Wow, who he claims was also at the house. Bow Wow used to always come over to the house in Diamond Bar, and I've always seen some weird shite before, trust me. If that wasn't enough, he hints between an inappropriate relationship between Omarion's mom and one of the group members. People like Omari want to hold on to these things, but will never tell you about what happened between his mom and a group member. I'm talking about all this stuff in my book. Okay, so that's what Raspy said 13 years ago. And so fast forward, this is all nefarious. That Crazy Beach Air said, this is all too much. Yes, it absolutely is. All Hell No said, he said, oh, my mama. I believe him immediately. Okay. The Real China Doll said, this is sad. It is sad, beloved. Right. When you hear a black person say, oh, my mama, you already know they're so serious. Okay. So now with that all being said, let's go to some of the audio. Well, first of all, let's talk about Omarion. It says B2K ex-manager and group member Omarion speaks out on allegations. Meanwhile, Raspy's business partner says singer isn't ready to elaborate on video allegations. Okay, so the former B2K member or manager, Chris Stokes, is vehemently denying any claims of S abuse that appear in a recent online video made by group member Raspy and his older brother, who now manages the remaining members of B2K. Stokes, who released a statement on Tuesday denying the allegations made by Raspy, reported his claims when he spoke exclusively with MTV News on Wednesday, December 26th. Now, this was in 2007. This publication that I'm reading. Now, among the allegations made by Raspy, born Demario Thornton, and his older brother, Ricardo Ricky Romantic Thornton, in the widely circulated clip are that Stokes touched Raspy when he was a child and forced him to shower with other members of the group. The pair claim in the video that Marcus Houston was also abused by Stokes. He says all the allegations were made are false. This is what Christopher Stokes says, who is currently managing Marcus Houston and Omarion through his firm, known as the Ultimate Group Entertainment. He says, I'm not gay and I'm married and I have 4 kids. I've been with my wife for 16 years and I'm not a child molester. So those are all false allegations. I'm going to sue them. And I owe that to my wife and kids, period. It's ridiculous. Now, meanwhile, Kevin Sullivan, Raspy's business partner and the COO of their company, Ray Beats Entertainment, said Wednesday that the singer is not ready to elaborate on his video allegations at this point, but that he is conferring with the lawyers and preparing a statement that will possibly help explain his claims. Now, they say with something of this magnitude, you always look at what the best time is to talk about it. And he felt compelled that this was built up. He was saying, I'm tired. This is my story. It's something that's spiritual. And God is now saying now is the time. Now, Omarion also issued a statement on Wednesday in which he defended Stokes against the allegations. The singer said Stokes has been a father figure to him and the group and that his manager never engaged in any activity unbefitting to a minor. He says, I want to be on the record to saying that Raspy Thornton and Ricardo Thornton are lying regarding Chris Stokes. This is what Omarion said. Now, Chris is a father figure to myself and many others in the industry. He's guided us, helped raise us, and it's nothing more than an inspiration and someone I respect and look up to. I have spent countless hours, days, weeks, and months with this man since the age of 5. and have never once seen him behave inappropriately. He's married to my aunts, and I know this man very well. Now, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I actually believe Raz B. I actually believe Raz B. King Lejeune said sounds brainwashed if you ask me. Right. But here's the thing. Maybe he never did anything to Marion because he's married to his aunt. And he may have thought that he would tell his aunt. Who knows? But at the end of the day, I believe what Raz B is saying. So goes on to say, I stand behind him with no question whatsoever. I have grown up around Chris, and this is crazy to me. These people have damaged me and my reputation. I won't stand silent and will do all within my means to speak the truth about this matter. Now, much of the video is a purported conversation between Raz B and Houston's older sister, identified as Danielle Houston, about her brother, a longtime client of Stokes. In the clip, Danielle Houston says she does not believe the allegations. They say it all started with Chris Stokes. Raz B says in the video, it started one day when Chris was like, let me touch you. And I can't speak for everybody, but if you want my personal opinion, I think he did touch all the other group members. Now, Raz B claims that this all began when he was 11 or 12 years old, when Ricardo was in another Stokes managed group before Marcus Houston got involved with the Tug management group. Now, he tells Danielle Houston that he came out with the allegations now because Ricardo got so upset when he heard about the alleged abuse that Raz B had gone through. And he thinks his older sibling might be suicidal or possibly about to do something drastic. He says, I'm not lying. I'm not lying about a mother. I'm not lying about a mother effing thing. This is what Raz B said at one point. Now, in the second part of the video, Raz B is seen arguing with an unidentified woman who appears to be referring to how upset Stokes is about the allegations. You know why he feels threatened, Raz B says in a response to the woman's questions, because the whole world already knows. Everybody already knows the truth. Now, Ricardo Thornton is seen blaming himself for not saving his younger brother from the alleged advances, saying Chris Stokes made me take showers with other boys, all that little shite that my brother was introduced to. That shite was brought to me first, and I blocked that shite. I wasn't with it. I backed off. I kind of knew what was going on over there, and yet I took my brother over to Chris. I didn't protect him like I should have. Stokes abused my brother, and the same to me. When I say that it hurts. Now, the parent later provided what they claim is a confession from Stokes, in which a man identified as the manager says, I don't do that anymore. That was me years ago. I just don't do that in my life anymore. In a heated exchange they were having with a man identified as Stokes, Ricardo is seen complaining about how being escorted out of an event recently thrown by Stokes and feeling like he and his mother were disrespected at the party. Near the end of the video, the man identified as Stokes appears to offer to meet with Ricardo to talk things over. But Ricardo seems unimpressed and repeats the allegations. The clip ends with the word why and a question mark. Okay, so now we're going to get into all of this. We're going to get into the salacious details of all these allegations, because here's the thing. I do remember that conversation years ago when Raz B was supposedly on the phone with Chris Stokes. It was Raz or his brother. Okay. Sharon said, wow, Cassie opened up a train of snakes, not a can of worms. Okay. I remember this whole conversation. And I do remember the person who was supposedly Chris Stokes saying that they don't do that anymore. Now, if you don't do it anymore, that means you did it at some point. Okay. I just want you all to pay attention. But I'm going to show you some videos. And the first video I'm going to show is a video where Raz B was on the phone on a live stream talking to Quindon Tarver, the singer from Beauty and the Beast, I think it was, or was it Romeo and Juliet? It was some Disney production. But nonetheless, I think it was Romeo and Juliet. But anyway, Quindon Tarver was talking to him, and unbeknownst to Quindon, he was being recorded by Raz B on the live. Now, this is a heavily edited video because it was very graphic when they were going into details of the things that were being said. Okay, so everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
On the bed, Marcus was right there next to me. Once he tried to penetrate, and then I told him I was bleeding. I was like, okay. You put laying on the bed, watching with the big ass polo, teddy bear, and the big ass pillows on the bed. That shit not cool, bro.
Are you talking about the same room with the burgundy stuff in there?
What?
Was at the time when you was in the room, was the couch like red burgundy, like the burgundy couch? Was it burgundy? No, it was blue.
No, it was his bedroom.
Chris's room.
I was laying outside the bedroom. I was in Chris's bedroom. He had big ass polo pillows, and he had a polo teddy
Chris
bear
got the couch
with a
red.
polo shirt on the teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was laying out.
Are you talking about did Chris had? Are you talking about that wooden bed Chris had, that real high wooden bed?
Yes, nigga.
Yeah, I know about that bed. Hey, on the side of that bed, on the left of it, was it that little glass jar with the change in it, and the little like futon?
Oh my God.
Was there a little?
How do you know about that? Because you were younger than me.
Huh?
How do you know about that? I said, how do you know about that? You were younger than me, so how do you know about that?
Quindon, I'm trying to tell you, I walked through the same thing what you walked through. That first time that Marcus ever put his it was in that room too.
So Marcus told you too?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
That happened like, I believe that happened like twice. Like once there, and then like one time like in Vegas, it was like me, Marcus, and Chris. And like that shit.
When I told Taz about the shit, she didn't believe me. And I told her, I said he has a black mole on his left.
You talking about Chris's dick? Or Marcus or Chris's?
Marcus just did. He
Yeah.
has a black mole on his left.
Yeah, he's not circumcised, and he's not circumcised either.
Marcus Houston is not circumcised. No.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's not.
I want him to do that shit. But he wanted me to. Why Chris laid there and watched?
Man, I'm sorry.
Then Chris being me and Marcus being in the showers. He arranged everything. It was so crazy, bro.
Yeah, Chris did the same shit. Chris would try to work through the kids and work through Marcus because he already got Marcus at a young age, and he would work through Marcus to see.
On tour, my nigga, and
Shit is
him
sick.
and Marcus being in the
Man, you sick.
bathroom
You know what? When
going
this is the type of stuff that makes me upset.
What's going on?
That's nasty.
I didn't know what was going on. Them motherfuckers was in there fucking or something, but they was in the bathroom. I remember on the tour bus. Oh my God, we was in the far back. You know, in the back of the tour bus is the main room.
Yeah, I mean, yep. Everything that you talking about, Quindon, I used to walk through the same shit. Chris used to have me to where it was like, man, this shit's like, it's not even, this shit is nasty, my nigga. I'm really looking at this nigga like, this nigga really is gay. Like, this nigga really do like this shit, and I have to participate and do this shit. When can I stop? He's what you call an incest perpetrator, dog. Someone that's close to you, that's like a father figure that will just fucking straight mislead you and take advantage of you. Got platinum plaques and tell you you're not gonna do this if you're not gonna do this. You can't be here if you don't do this. And well, this certain level, and then I don't know where the fuck my mind was. You know what I mean? It's a straight mind fuck control. Real talk. It was a straight manipulation.
They tried to manipulate me. They tried to get me brainwashed. It didn't work for me.
Nah, I got out too. It didn't work for me either, homie.
Since it didn't work for me, they got me out the fucking count. My nigga, they threw I remember going to, I think it was,
Let me guess, they threw your shit out somewhere.
yeah, they did. They did it.
They threw my, guess what?
Off the walls. It was on, Kahunga Boulevard.
Cahuenga or Tahunga Boulevard, the old office, the old Get Hooked office.
My nigga, yes.
Tahunga and Ventura.
Off the walls and all that bullshit. And my nigga, I went through that shit cause, old girl from, 702 went back and said some shit.
Who you talking about?
Iris.
You talking about the dark skinned girl?
Iris, the light skinned one.
You talking about Jamila? I already know. That's why I said I got this. Jamila.
Yeah, Jamila.
Yeah, man. We share.
This shit is crazy. But
I mean, you ever?
I know that I'm gonna be okay, dude. I know my function. And
So when you say Chris made you settle, hey, when you say Chris made you settle, like what did Chris have you settle with? Like he tried to give you some money, or he made you sign some gag order or paper?
Chris didn't give me shit, bro. It was just done.
Did he ever
He
threaten?
told my record company that I could not sing no more. He told my record company I couldn't sing, I was forgetting my words, which was bullshit. I was the best fucking singer in that camp. Told them, they dropped me, dude. It was over.
Okay, so that's very disturbing to listen to. And that was 11 years ago. So my question is, how come this wasn't further investigated? Well, I guess it's likely because Res B recanted his statements. Now, he did say that he was pressured to recant, but then he also came back and recanted the same statements again. So, and unfortunately, Quindon Tarver, who he was on the phone having the conversation with, he's now deceased. Singer Quindon Tarver of Romeo and Juliet fame died in car crash at age 38. This was reported April the 4th of 2021. And so Quindon Tarver, who gained fame as a child for his performance in the 1996's Romeo and Juliet, died in a car accident in Texas, according to a report. He was 38 years old. His uncle, Willie Tarver, told the Daily Beast that the singer crashed his car into a wall on the George Bush Turnpike in Dallas early Friday. Born in Kennedy, Texas on August the 4th, 1982, Tarver started out singing in church choirs. He appeared as a choir boy in Baz Luhrmann's modern adaptation of the William Shakespeare tragedy, performing covers of Prince's When Doves Cry and Rosalia's Everybody's Free. The songs were included on the movie soundtrack album, which sold some 2 million copies. Tarver also appeared in Madonna's Like a Prayer video and on seasons 2 and 7 of American Idol. In a 2017 interview with the Australian Broadcasting Company, Tarver said his career stalled after he spoke out about being abused as a child in the music industry. So they blackballed him. I just want you all to pay attention. This is what happens when people speak out. But people continue to ask, why don't people speak out in the beginning? Or if people wait years to come forward, people say, well, why did they wait so long? Well, this is likely why. He said, I was hurting. I was being abused. I had been raped. I had lost my career, which is what I had dreamed of doing all my life. After coming home to Texas, Tarver said he struggled with drugs, alcohol, and suicidal thoughts. In 2016, Tarver was invited to sing When Doves Cry at a Prince tribute in Los Angeles. He said the performance was a turning point in his life and motivated him to go to rehab and resume his singing career. He released a new version of Everybody's Free the next year and came out with the single Stand Our Ground in October of 2020. He loved everybody. This is what another one of his uncles, Kevin Tarver, said about his nephew. He loved music ever since he was young, and singing eventually took him all around the world. That was his passion. Rest in peace to this young man, because I really believe that he drove his car into that wall on purpose. I absolutely believe that he drove his car into that wall on purpose. The Real China Doll said, you feel shame and blame yourself. Yes, absolutely. And this is the sad story that's told too many times. You hear all the time about these children in Hollywood and in the music industry who've had these things happen to them, who've made these accusations, and then nothing's done about it. People ridicule them. They try to paint them as being crazy. And then later on, they become victims of substance abuse. They start engaging in substance abuse, whether it's drugs or alcohol, and then a lot of times their life ends at their own hands because of these things that they've gone through. Cyrus says, are those braids or dreads? These are locks, beloved. These are locks. I just braided them. Okay. Claudette said, exactly. Sounds like he wanted to end his pain. Yeah, I absolutely believe it. Greta Lee says, not only do you feel shame, a piece of your soul dies. Absolutely, it can kill your spirit. So now this is another video of Raz B. Now, Raz B's talking to a woman on the phone in this conversation, and I believe this is the person that's related to Chris Stokes that he's talking to, Chris or Marcus Houston. Okay, so let me share my screen so you all can see this. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Because you know what, Boog, I mean, me and Boog was in a room together. Chris Stokes put us in a room together and made us do stuff together. You feel me? Me and Jarrell Houston. So it's like I've been protecting people for a long time. I have nothing to lose. I have no one to fear. And it's tacky. And I don't give a about B2K. B2K. You know what I'm saying? I am B2K. And if ever gonna get right, you have to come clean. Because you're not gonna live, you're not gonna sweep anything under the rug. I was molested by Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston, and that's the truth. Period.
And that's the truth, and you can say that for you. I just think it gets kind of messy when you got to put other people's truth out there. I don't think that's your place to judge other people.
Well, my truth is the fact that Chris Stokes had me and Jarrell Houston in a room sucking each other's. My truth is that hold on, Judy, hold on. My truth is that J Bug had sex with Leslie. You get what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with everybody's blaming, pointing the finger at me, but ain't nobody backing me. So this ain't nothing that you can do. This don't even have nothing to do with you.
But you're not being back just because you haven't got the film scene shot. Like they haven't shot none of the.
Baby, I don't even care about that film. I'm producing The Boogaloo Kid. The movie's already funded. All 8% of the movie. I don't care. I'm not tripping off the movie. I'm talking about the principle, and you know what I'm talking about because you're a God-fearing woman. You know what spiritual warfare we're fighting.
You haven't been left out. We just haven't got West Coast anything filmed yet. Everything's been on hold since they've been back. I'm not tripping, but I got a problem with Fizz. I got a problem with Fizz. What's the problem?
I got a problem with Fizz because Fizz is the first person to take it in his and he want to make it seem like I'm crazy and like there's a problem, like I did something to him. I never did anything to nobody. Some tapes got out, and we all know what that was about. Obviously, it was in God's will. I just talked to Quindon, dude. I just talked to Quindon for the first time last night. Oh my God. Quindon is the same dude and went through the same we walked through. Yeah, and in Vibe Magazine.
If you reacted in a different way and said, Aris, not now.
Okay, so you all heard that. You all heard that this is all nefarious at the end of the day. The end of the day, this is all nefarious. But hold on. Let me put up this other video. Everyone, please get the likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance.
He harbored a deep, painful secret that he struggled to conceal. After battling with the secret for years, he could no longer keep it hidden. With the help of his brother Ricky, Raz B gained the courage to expose his cousin and former manager Chris Stokes. Raz B dropped a shocking revelation that Stokes molested him when he was a child. Raz also exposed Marcus Houston for being complicit in molesting him.
Basically, it all started with.
Okay, hold on. I'm not going to show all of that because I don't know if it's edited.
So last night, there was a message, if you will, released from Raz B's account stating that his cousin Chris Stokes has been nothing but awesome, amazing to him, a protector for him, and that Marcus Houston isn't such a bad guy either. And let me just speak for everyone when I say this, at least the majority of us. That's bullshit. Nobody's buying that, okay? I don't know which one of you idiots thought to coerce and force this man into releasing a message like that as if that was going to change anything about public opinion. We still think you're nasty. We still think you ain't shit. And we know that what he said was true. There were too many other people that said the same thing happened to them under your watch. So we're not buying it. And I really wish you guys would leave him alone. It's getting really, really old. It's getting really old. Every time this man starts doing great, he's getting attention, doing things for himself and getting the spotlight. You guys come in and you try to bully him into silence and bully him so he's uncomfortable. You are weak and you disgust me. I'm sick of you all. And anybody that's close to the situation, y'all sitting back letting Chris Stokes and them keep on doing this to him, y'all weak as hell too, because y'all could speak up and y'all could do something. One thing that I can't stand is for somebody to do wrong by me and then turn around and act like they've done nothing. And when it comes to Black families, a lot of times that gets to happen repeatedly over and over, where you'll have a family member do something wrong to you. And when you try to stand up for them, your family will shun you and say that you're the bad guy, all for speaking up. I don't buy that weak ass message. And Chris Stokes, you ain't shit.
Well, I absolutely agree. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the video that I was playing prior to that because it is, in fact, edited. I just couldn't remember. Okay.
He harbored a deep, painful secret that he struggled to conceal. After battling with the secret for years, he could no longer keep it hidden. With the help of his brother Ricky, Raz B gained the courage to expose his cousin and former manager Chris Stokes. Raz B dropped a shocking revelation that Stokes molested him when he was a child. Raz also exposed Marcus Houston for being complicit in molesting him.
Basically, it all started with Chris Stokes. Like, it started one day with Chris, like, well, let me touch you. You know what I mean? Somebody must like it. I tell you, I didn't like it. I tell you, my hurt. I tell you, I don't know what happened. I can't even go back into that mind frame of where I was at because I was 11 and 12 years old.
Raz recorded his confession on camera, and he also recorded a private phone call he had with Chris Stokes. The evidence found in the call was rather incriminating.
Chris Stokes himself later calls in and confirms these encounters.
I just don't do that in my life no more. That's what I'm saying. I'm old, and you haven't been in my life. You were in my life before, Ricky. If you was around...
If you talk to Chris,
Now, you all heard him. He said, I just don't do that in my life anymore. Now, supposedly that was Chris Stokes. I can't verify that that was him, but that's who Raz B said it was when he called. Said, I don't do that in my life anymore. So like I said, anybody saying I don't do that, at the end of the day, you got to be careful when who you release your talented children to, including family. Absolutely, beloved. Absolutely. So this is all crazy at the end of the day. But I believe every word that he said. And then when he came back and recanted, yeah, I don't believe that. I think he was pressured to do so. And I also remember him saying something about him being threatened and he was concerned for his family. Okay. So this is just all so nefarious. But hold on. Let's talk about Marcus Houston, because Marcus Houston is married. Now, at the age of 38, I believe he married a 19-year-old girl. But did you all ever hear that this was a missing person? I want you all to pay attention. Now, they said this young woman was actually missing since she was 15 years old, and then she shows back up when she's like 18, dating Marcus Houston. Okay, that's the missing persons report right there. So I find it all interesting, but so let's talk about it. Likes up, everyone, please don't forget to like and share. Says, waited till she was legal to marry her. Maya Dickey missing claim surfaces as Marcus Houston's age difference goes viral. So the latest claim also prompted social media users to revisit the missing theories involving Dickey. Back in 2020, Media Takeout News reported that a girl matching the name and image of Dickey was found on a national database for missing teenagers. According to the database, a teenager named Mayana Juanita Pinckney was declared missing in Oregon in 2016 when she was 15 years old. Her adoptive parents shared that they believed that she fled her Oregon home to visit her biological mother in California. Now, a screenshot of the database resurfaced after Twitter user @PageChristy UK shared the image of the document online. It said Maya's birth mother, Paula Harris, lost parental rights in California, and Mayana was adopted in California in 2012. Mayana ran away from her home in Eugene, Oregon on August 6, 2016 at 8 a.m. Now, the database continued and said, it is believed that Mayana is with or traveling to her birth mother, Paula Harris, or maternal grandmother, Barbara Dotson, in California. Now, previous speculation suggested that Dickie allegedly first appeared in public after her engagement with Marcus Houston at age 18 years old. However, the latest theory prompted some people to think that the duo allegedly knew each other from before. This is all crazy. Now, they say the Sister star has previously addressed criticism surrounding his significant age difference with Dickie and announced that the duo did not start dating until the latter was an adult. He also clarified that they got engaged in 2019 and married in 2020. As per Houston's updates, Dickie was 18 years old when she got engaged to the singer in 2019 and 20 years old when they tied the knot in 2020. The singer also clarified that the pair first met through a mutual friend in 2018 and that he did not know about her existence before that year. Marcus Houston also noted that he met Maya Dickie through their mutual friend Chris Stokes' daughter, Chrissy Morales, in 2018. So the duo married in June of 2020 and welcomed their daughter, Zara, in 2021. Nearly 3 years after Marcus Houston's wedding to Maya Dickie, criticism surrounding their age difference resurfaced on social media after a post claimed that the couple allegedly celebrated their 3rd anniversary and 10 years together when Marcus was 40 and Dickie was 22. Now, I'm going to need somebody to make that make sense. Celebrate their 3rd anniversary and 10 years together. Hold on. Yeah, this is all nefarious because how were they together 10 years if they just met when she was 18, which would supposedly have been in 2018, I believe. So that's all real crazy. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find that post. It's probably been removed. But anyway, as the questions surrounding their age difference continued and their relationship made the rounds on social media, several people also revisited an alleged past theory that claimed Dickie was a missing runaway teen before she went public as Houston's wife at 18. Several social media users also took to Twitter to react to the speculation and said Houston and Dickie's age differences were gross. I don't know if this young lady was missing or not, but she does look like the person on that missing persons report. Okay, which I find all very interesting. And then if she was missing all of that time, if that is her, well, when or how did she come into contact with Chrissy Morales? Where was she at before then? Who was she living with? Clearly not her parents. So I just have questions. This all sounds very suspicious. This is all crazy. So everyone, please be careful of what you put in the comments. Okay, if you put anything in there that's inappropriate, the moderators will delete the comments and they may put you in time out. So please be careful. Okay. That Crazy Beach Air said, I can't believe like Marcus Houston back in the day. Yeah. So with that all being said, now let's talk about Keke Palmer. Do you all remember when Keke Palmer couldn't believe that R. Kelly was doing the stuff that he was doing? See, this just goes to show how people can be so brainwashed or be so enamored with someone that they don't want to believe the truth. But Keke Palmer, do you all remember that? When, she said R. Kelly was her friend and she just couldn't believe that he had done the things he was accused of. And then after watching the documentary, she had a change of heart. So let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this video.
You don't feel like these stories are a little crazy about R. Kelly?
Y'all gonna stop coming at my boy Kels. Last people they were talking about were over the age of 18.
Child star Keke Palmer is defending the king of R&B despite shocking allegations.
Sexually abusing underage girls. Keeping a household of young women in a cult-like atmosphere.
I love R. Kelly.
Why can't she see the truth about him?
You fall in love with the charmer, and then slowly he lets the other one creep in.
It comes in a step-by-step process. Step 1.
It would be a dream come true to work with R. Kelly.
Step 2.
I'm here with one of my favorite people in the world.
Step 3.
I didn't know.
What happened to Kiki?
You were a friend to me. How'd I put myself in this position? Pulling my hair, trying to kiss me on my mouth, and me saying no, right now. Do I wish?
That's when she hid in the closet.
R. Kelly took me in a black room where unspeakable things happen.
We're supposed to be quiet and accept it.
You have never held anybody against their will. I don't need to.
That was the biggest heartbreak of my life.
What made Kiki turn on R. Kelly?
You had R. Kelly give you career advice. I've been really blessed. Music was something that came so easy to me as a kid. I'm here with one of my favorite people in the world.
I'm a biter.
I wish everybody could be in a session with Kells because it's the most inspiring on the planet.
Kiki trusted R. Kelly's advice, but her mom knew something wasn't right.
My mom became very nervous and cautious. She really wanted to try to protect me as much as she could from the industry. She'd always tell me that I was too young, and I never could understand what age had to do with singing. When I think about all these early years with her, we had so many tough times, hard times. My mom used to always go off on people. And I'm just like, damn, Mom, you're just so mean. My mom wouldn't let them exploit me.
What were they saying to you that made you think you couldn't do it?
It was just the overall voices that I kept hearing from different people, and they would say, you can't really do R&B music. I really allowed them to steal my joy and love for something right from under me. And that was the biggest heartbreak, of my life, was turning my back on music because of what people said.
Kiki threw herself into other passions, but she never forgot her love of music.
Kiki Palmer grew up in front of our very eyes.
I'm an actress, singer, dancer, host, producer, entertainer.
By the time she turned 20, Kiki Palmer had clearly become a force to be reckoned with.
Kiki thought she didn't need her mom's protection anymore, but one night it put her in danger.
Just days after being charged with aggravated assault for punching a police officer, singer Trey Songz is now facing more accusations.
I've known Trey since I was 12. He's seen me throughout my life.
There was a party at Trey Songz' house, and Kiki was there.
I'm at the party. We're having a good time. They be giving drinks, and I'm just starting to feel like, I'm being cornered. I keep getting asked and pressured. Pulling my hair, trying to kiss me on my mouth, and me saying no. I got so overwhelmed with what to do. I hid in the closet because I was so afraid. He starts laughing once he opens up the closet and sees I'm in there.
Trapped and alone, Kiki realized there was no one else who would defend her.
Sometimes males will use their masculinity to taunt you.
Was it a misunderstanding? Like, because you accused them of sexual intimidation.
It wasn't a misunderstanding.
She told her story. Why did you just leave?
Because I was nervous. Think about your first time that you were in a situation where someone challenged you sexually. You don't know how to act. You don't want that to happen with people that you admire, you love, and you support. You want them to protect you. You don't want them to try to take advantage of you.
And just when she thought it couldn't get any worse, Kiki had to face the devastating truth about her former mentor.
Singer Kiki Palmer, who calls herself a student of R. Kelly, has revealed she spent an hour crying after watching the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly.
A new docuseries details shocking allegations that R. Kelly physically and sexually abused women and teenagers.
There's a difference between R. Kelly and Robert. R. Kelly's this fun, laughing, loving guy. But Robert is the devil.
R. Kelly facing charges for being the ringleader of a decades-long scheme to recruit women and underage girls for sex.
The whole thing was eye-opening, painful, sad, disappointing, heartbreaking.
Surprising to you?
Yes, because that's not something you want to hear about somebody that you cared for. Because I felt like, man, you were a friend to me, but then I'm seeing you as a foe to others, and I'm hurt for them.
Now Kiki could see what her mom had been fighting for.
But she was protecting me. She was standing up for me. When you think about the turning point from being a young girl to being a grown woman, it's very fragile.
For 30 years, we were overlooked. For 30 years, people said we were lying.
The victims of R. Kelly, they weren't believed. And why was that? Blaming the victim.
Kiki knew what it was like to not feel heard, and she used her voice to fight back.
We have to start saying no when things don't feel right. And I have to show other young women that you should not let people take advantage of you, no matter who they are.
Certain music industry icons are still keeping their silence. But Kiki Palmer is speaking out against her former mentor. In a heartfelt Instagram post, Kiki writes, "I am hurt and saddened because R. Kelly repeatedly took advantage, and that I cannot accept. I will stand by my sisters because that's simply what's right."
When you name the demons in your life, then you can eradicate it.
R. Kelly is going to prison. A jury convicted the R&B star on all counts of sex trafficking charges against him.
I had to go through losing my voice and understanding what it was when I had it.
At the end of all of that, I turned to myself and I said, oh, wow, you learned how to do that from your mama.
By using her own voice, Kiki found her true power.
Keke Palmer is inspiring millions by unapologetically speaking out for what she believes in.
The best thing we can do is have conversations, be willing to learn.
You're such an amazing voice in the world.
Keke Palmer is returning to music. The actress has started her own record label where young artists can flourish instead of being exploited.
I'm working on not just my dreams, but building a better future for the generations that are to come.
She knew that she was doing something big.
I was just speaking from my heart. That's what makes me feel like I'm becoming my best self. Trusting your path. Trust that your voice is enough.
All right, so there you have it. That just goes to show how people can be fooled by someone's charisma and just from them pretending to be so nice and something that they aren't. Mr. Elevation says the industry will use you and throw you away. Absolutely. Okay, OG Patrice said allegedly Charlemagne is a SA offender too. Well, he certainly had allegations. Absolutely. Okay. And so, and you know, it just makes me wonder how some people still work with these people when so much information has come out. But hold on. Let's talk about the time that Tyler Perry sued a young man that he said was stalking him. But the young man told a different story. So let's talk about it. And this is him right here. Joshua Soul. So let's get into it. Likes up, everyone. Please get the likes up. Thank you in advance. So here's what happened. Now, this was back in 2014. Tyler Perry sues employee Joshua Soul for allegedly stalking. For alleged stalking. Okay, so here's what they say. Filmmaker Tyler Perry accuses an employee at his Atlanta studio of stalking him and wants a restraining order against the man. Now, a lawsuit filed Monday by Perry describes a scene in which the alleged stalker, Joshua Soul, barricaded himself in the studio's administrative office, forcing an evacuation on October the 30th. A Soul, age 27, was not authorized to be in the restricted area, but he disabled the alarms and the surveillance equipment in the studio and climbed in through panels in the ceiling. This is what the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported. An Atlanta police report provided to HuffPost said Soul refused to leave without meeting face-to-face with Perry. Now, the studio's head of security told police that Soul had been acting weird earlier that day. Perry, who was in Los Angeles, disparaged Soul in a now-deleted Facebook post that he headlined, "Scary Situation." I don't know what he was thinking, Perry wrote, but let's be clear. To do something like this, someone has to be mentally disturbed. It took police about 4 hours to get Soul out of the office. Police charged him with criminal trespassing after 10 p.m. that night. They said at one point they thought they were going to have to call the SWAT team because they didn't know if he had weapons. This is what Tyler Perry wrote. Now, after he was arrested, they searched the small office he had barricaded himself in, and he had left his headshot on the wall with a note to me saying, "I believe in your leadership." The police report doesn't mention a headshot, but says that Soul had blocked the door with several heavy cases of paper. Now, there's where you should pay attention. Now, Tyler said the man left his headshot with a note saying, "I believe in your leadership." The police report does not mention a headshot, but says that Soul had blocked the door with several heavy cases of paper. Besides the 500-foot restraining order, Perry sued against Souls, requesting $100,000 in damages for harassment and $25,000 to cover his attorney's fees. He also wants Soul to seek psychological counseling. Now, the lawsuit justifies the sum by saying it's because Soul was stubbornly litigious or acted in bad faith or caused the plaintiff unnecessary trouble and expense. Soul was released on a $7,000 signature bond on the same day he was jailed. Soul's exact job at Tyler Perry Studios has not been released, and it's unknown whether he has been fired. He worked in the production department, according to Perry's Facebook post. A message left by the HuffPost at the studio was not immediately returned. Now, a fellow employee told WXIA that Soul thought Perry could help him. Perry wrote on Facebook that he didn't know Soul. The HuffPost was unable to reach Soul for comments. So he didn't know the man, but the man worked for him. So supposedly the man was hired by somebody else. I mean, that's all I could think of. But hold on. Because this is all real crazy. Now, here is Joshua Soul's side of the story. So Joshua Soule, this is what he had to say. Atlanta film mogul Tyler Perry drops lawsuit against alleged male stalker. This was reported April of 2016 that Tyler Perry dropped the lawsuit. It says the real-life drama between Atlanta film mogul Tyler Perry and former Tyler Perry Studios employee Joshua Soule, who Perry accused of stalking and criminal trespassing in November of 2014, ended this week following Perry's decision to drop his lawsuit against Soule in Clayton County Superior Court. Perry accused Soule of trying to intimidate him, along with disengaging the power to disable the alarms and surveillance equipment at his Southwest Atlanta studio. Now, Wadey Grant of the G-List Society broke the news of Perry's decision to drop the lawsuit without prejudice following a deposition earlier this week. However, Soule's multi-million-dollar libel countersuit against Perry for anxiety, depression, and emotional distress continues. Grant published an exclusive interview with Soule on April the 27th. Hold on, let me see if I can find this interview. Okay, so we'll have to get back to that because I don't see it as of yet. But anyway, let me continue. And so it goes on to say that he published an exclusive interview on April the 27th, where he described in detail his experience as an employee of Tyler Perry Studios and the event that led to Perry labeling him as a mentally disturbed person in the media, including an uncomfortable professional relationship with Brett Hendricks, also a Perry employee and Soule's immediate supervisor and co-defendant in Soule's lawsuit against Perry. And so on the first day, now this is what Joshua Soule said in the interview. On the first day, I noticed something unusual about the working relationship with Brett Hendricks. On a studio set, the food was provided for the crew. Brett would go box up what he wanted to eat and put it in his desk, or put it by his desk. And then he would say to me, "You can go make you a tray." He would then ask me to take him to his house to smoke marijuana. He wanted to roll up during his lunch break and then go back to working. Whenever I asked for his help, when I was seated at my desk, he would pull his chair up to me very closely and lean into my lap as if he didn't care to see my level of discomfort and how I would move a little away from that. Now he would try to position himself on my lap as if he was lounging himself on it, or in like an intimate situation. Now, this is what he says. He would later text me and say, "Daddy," and "Hey, baby," and send me winks. He would say, "Good morning, sunshine." At work, he would text me. He has texted me saying, "Hey, I was trying to flirt with you." Anytime it was a message like that, I would just not respond. Once I had already got to the door and working, or gotten in the door and working, I wanted to take the position of don't make it into a big thing. Just get through it. I wouldn't respond to it. Eventually, I took the assumption of that he sees that I'm not taking his advances. He would even follow me, send text messages like, "You always get quiet when I talk to you like this." I expected him to get the picture because I was never interested. I wasn't interested in the type of relationship with Brett, and I wanted to make sure that he didn't get that impression of me. I came to Mr. Perry's office to knock on the door because no one answered the door. I asked his secretary if he was in the office. She told me to wait in her area, and after a while, all kinds of chaos happened. I was in the big lobby area in between Mr. Perry's office and his assistant's office. There was an open office also in that area, so I just sat in the office until someone wanted to talk to me, hopefully Mr. Perry, about the incidents with Hendricks. The people in the office started acting funny with me. So I locked the door in that office and I said I wasn't going to leave until somebody talks to me about Mr. Hendricks. I wanted to talk with the boss because I was not okay with what happened with Hendricks. I think that people in the office caught on that I wanted to reach out to Perry to discuss something troubling, and instead of addressing, they decided to get rid of me. And so here's the lawsuit that he filed. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. Now there's the lawsuit right there. So I just find that very interesting. I find that very interesting. He would have a dental visit after that, says G from the Land. Race Green said bad scripts, bad wigs, bad editing equals Perry Studios. Okay, so anyway, at the end of the day, I just find it interesting because which story makes more sense to you? Which story sounds more plausible? Does it make more sense to you that this man was stalking Tyler Perry and got in there just to give his headshot? Because here's the thing. He worked there. Even though they don't say what his exact position was, he supposedly worked there. So why would he do all of that? I'm just saying, make it all make sense. At this point, I'm tired of everybody saying that these people are lying, says Capricornus. Exactly. Mr. Elevation said Wig told him to do it. Y'all need to sit down somewhere. Y'all really need to sit down somewhere. So anyway, I don't know. This is just all real sketchy to me because like I said, this dude, Brett Hendricks, they don't really mention him as much. And so Joshua Soule had him listed in the lawsuit as a co-defendant. And here's the thing. I couldn't find anything on his lawsuit. Did they settle? Did he ever get any compensation? I can't find anything on that. Couldn't find anything on that. All I found was that Tyler Perry had his dismissed. So, hold on. Trying to see if I can find a picture of this person, Brett. It also says that Joshua filed a $5 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry Studios, and Brett Hendricks in the Atlanta federal court on May the 13th. The lawsuit also accuses Perry of libel. Now, Tyler Perry Studios is located southwest Atlanta, where the entertainment mogul's television shows such as For Better or For Worse and Love Thy Neighbor are produced. So in a 17-page complaint, Soule claims Hendricks, his supervisor, subjected him to verbal and physical sexual harassment. According to the complaint, Soule was obligated to work in an atmosphere that was hostile to males by virtue or unsolicited and unwelcome sexual advances, sexual comments, sex-based comments, sexual innuendo, and other sexually charged content. Soule alleges Hendricks, who holds the position of continuity coordinator, inappropriately touched him, called him baby, and told him he missed him. Hendricks made a practice of flirting with plaintiff Soule in anticipation of sexual favors and made personal calls and texts of a sexual nature to the plaintiff. Soule says that when he complained about Hendricks' conduct, defendants took steps to adversely impact the plaintiff's employment. According to the complaint, Soule lost seniority, was suspended and removed from the workplace in the direction of the defendants, and was arrested for no reason. Soule was later fired. Now, the complaint says Tyler Perry Studios is in violation of Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which protects people from employment discrimination, as well as the Civil Rights Act of 1991. Defendant Tyler Perry Studios, LLC, is accordingly charged with knowledge of the sexually offensive conduct of a high-level employee. It says the plaintiff was subjected to a hostile work environment which altered the terms and conditions of his employment. Soule is also seeking damages for retaliation, negligent, and reckless failure to provide plaintiff with a safe work environment, negligent and wrongful hiring, supervision and retention, ratification, intentional infliction of emotional distress, battery, invasion of privacy, libel, and bad faith. Soule accuses Perry of libel, saying the entertainment mogul called him mentally disturbed on social media on November the 7th of 2014, and that the comments were shared by various online media outlets. Because of Perry's comments on social media, Soule has suffered from anxiety and depression, according to the complaint. Soule is represented by Atlanta-based attorney Kwame Johnson. A representative for Tyler Perry Studios declined to comment on the lawsuit. So what do you all think about all this? This is all nefarious. I just find it very interesting. So, like I said, I couldn't find anything to see what happened to the young man's with his lawsuit. Let me look in one more place. Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't list a conclusion. Doesn't say whatever happened with that lawsuit, which I find very interesting. And I also couldn't find Joshua Soul on social media anywhere. Chrissy says it's sick. Just let people work and do their job. Right. If only people would just do that. Like, this is so crazy. And the thing is, if people don't engage in that type of thing, if that's not their lifestyle, why would someone be trying to force it on them? I just find it all very interesting. But anyway, let me continue. So before I roll out of here, all these allegations are fired. Who's next? Right. Says that crazy bitch Aries. Cyrus says it's all interesting to me. It's interesting to me too, but hold on. I'm gonna let you all hear something that someone posted. This guy by the name of Walter Hampton, I believe is his name. He claims that he goes to church with Tyler Perry. Walter Hampton's a YouTuber, Walter Lee Hampton II. So I'm going to let you all hear the audio from what he says. Okay? And I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. I'm just telling you this is what he says. So I'm going to put Joshua's picture up on the screen for the overlay while you all listen to this audio.
Did a video recently where he disclosed about him being sexually harassed by.
He's talking about Christian Keys, saying that he did a video talking about being harassed.
Known billionaire that he was auditioning for roles and parts and God knows what. Who is he talking about? Everybody just wants to know, who is he talking about? Tyler Perry, y'all. Just cut the bullshit. He's talking about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, obviously, in some way, shape, or form, according to his video, touched him inappropriately and frequently came after him for sex or to strip naked or do whatever. Nothing unusual about that, you know. This happens everywhere, y'all. In every industry, and not just the acting industry, but everywhere. It's happening everywhere, y'all. This is very, very frequently. I've never cared for Tyler Perry. I remember sitting in that restaurant with Tyler Perry back in the late 90s, like 99, 2000. It had to be somewhere about 1998, 1999. And he was saying that he didn't want anyone to know he was gay because of his following these Christian people, church-going people. And I was the only person that questioned him, like, well, why would they care? You know, no, they wouldn't follow me like that. I guess he would know since he was part of that fake bullshit. See, I'm not a Christian.
Okay, I stopped it right there because then Walter continues to go in on fake Christians. And so, but he said that he was sitting at a restaurant or something, and he talked about going to church with Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry said that he didn't want to let people know that he was gay. Now, this is alleged. This is what Walter said. This is not what I'm saying. That's what Walter said. And he said he told him he didn't want the Christians to find out and all this. So I just find it all so interesting. Queen Sam said, I'm just saying, remember old Eddie Longstroke? Yeah, Bishop Eddie Long. Mm-hmm. Timber Dan said, "Oh, you should have let that play, Queen." Nope. I'm already in enough trouble with Screw 2. But hold on. I will play a bit more. Hold on. Let me fast forward. I'm not gonna play that part where he's going in on the Christians. Hold on. Let me mute myself for a second.
You know, I can even tell you, we've had a lot of fun together. We laugh, we have fun, and that's all I can say right now. And I like his company. We have a lot of fun. We laugh. And I was with her for decades, and we couldn't stand each other. You know, that is how. That's the way love goes. Ooh, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's another video. Back to the Tyler Perry shooting Christian Keys. Christian got the goods. He got the receipts. He got the proof and the evidence. He's letting Tyler know, I'm not playing with you. Don't touch me no more. Don't touch me and none of these other actors on these sets and none of these other players. Don't nobody. Leave them alone. Leave these niggas alone.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because I don't know what all Walter is gonna say because you know Walter be going in. I can't remember how many profanities and how many obscenities he used and all of that. So just stop right there. Okay, I'll put the link to his video in the chat so you all can go see it yourself, honey. Because Walter is a whole hot mess as far as I'm concerned. I'm just saying. I'm about to find the link so I can put it in there for you all. Hold on. Okay. There's the link right there. Because Walter claims that he's talked to Tyler Perry, that he knows him. And that Nessa G said, Walter says a lot, Queen. It's a mess. Yes, trust me. I know. I've heard him for years. Okay. He goes in. So anyway, with that all being said, I just find it all very interesting. And you know, Christian still has not come out and said who he's talking about. He's not come out and said who he's talking about. And maybe he will, as he said he would. But at the end of the day, there's only so many black billionaires, isn't there? There's only so many black billionaires. I mean, you got Oprah. Hold on. I'm going to go through the list. I'm going to go through the list of black billionaires. You got Robert F. Smith, worth $8 billion. You've got David Stewart, worth $6 billion. Oprah, worth $2.5 billion. Jay-Z, worth $2.5 billion. Michael Jordan, worth $2 billion. Alexander Karp, worth $1.8 billion. Is he black? He doesn't look black, but according to this article, he's black. And then you have Tope Awotona, worth matter of fact, let me just share my screen so you all can see this. Let me just share my screen so you all can see this list. Okay, so we already went through Robert F. Smith. That's the guy who paid off the Morehouse loans for some of the students. This is David D. Stewart. This is Oprah, of course. Then you got Jay-Z, Michael Jordan, Alexander Karp, who clearly is passing. Then you got number 7, Tope Awotona, worth $1.2 billion. Then you got Tiger Woods, worth $1.1 billion. And then you have LeBron James, worth $1 billion. And then you have Tyler Perry, worth $1 billion. So whoever Christian Keys is talking about is more than likely one of those people, because we know the person's black because he said sometimes it's your own people and it's your own heroes and all of that stuff. And like I told you all the other day, I know exactly who it is because when I met Christian years ago, that's around the time all this stuff started happening, allegedly. So with that all being said, I find it also interesting. So with that all being said, yeah, we know how Oprah got hers allegedly, says Miss Elevation. Okay. And so anyway, Vince I Am says gospel singers and fake prophets have always been consistent with hypocrisy theater show, like Twerk Franklin and TD Snakes allegedly. Not Twerk Franklin. Oh, this is all crazy. This is all crazy. Okay. Timber Dan said, I must say Oprah is aging very well. Yeah, she absolutely is. And I think I possibly know why. Halle Berry says, and they got all the billions, and I haven't seen a penny in my neighborhood. Okay, you won't see one, beloved. All right. Curly Girl says, can we get at least get a community? Okay. Anyway, this is all crazy. Light brown sugar sister says, is Tyler on the list? Yeah, he's the number 10 person, beloved. He's the 10th one listed as a billionaire. V Mosby said, was Tyler his mentor or Carl Weber? I don't know. He never said who his mentor was, beloved. And I don't want to be calling out names and blaming anybody until he says it himself. Timber Dan said, I'm manifesting that I'll be the next one. I'll do good with my money, I swear. Dan, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere, okay? Anyway, with that all being said, that's the news for now. I'm going to conclude this broadcast, but what I want you all to pay attention to is if you did not finish the video yesterday that I did, or if you didn't see it, it's going to premiere at 11:45. I put the link in the chat. Let me put it in there again. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Okay? Y'all know they have the Queen Shadow Band. Please pay attention. Okay, so with that all being said, here's the thing. I'm doing some changes on my channel, as I have told you guys. Okay, I have told you guys I'm doing some changes on my channel, revamping some things. All right, because ScrewTube stays on the Queen. They won't give me a break, honey, so I got to do what I got to do. Okay, so there is the link to the video. Now I'm going to also give you the link to the channel, because this channel was formerly known as the root of all evil. And I talked about crimes that were perpetuated because of greed and people trying to, get money. And so I changed that channel to Queen Amadai TV Celebrity Gossip. Okay. So in the future, my celebrity gossip will be going on a separate channel. All right. And, oh, I'm sorry. I put the wrong hold on. Let me delete that. Well, I put the wrong thing in here. Hold on. Hold on, beloved. Okay, here we go. Why does that keep showing this channel? I'm not trying to put this channel in here. I don't know why it keeps doing this. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway, nonetheless, I put the link to the video in there so you all can go to the video, and then that'll take you, of course, to the channel. And you can subscribe to that channel if you haven't done so already. And make sure, if you're not subscribed to this channel, that you do so, because for the next 6 days, I'll be live on this channel every morning. Okay? This I said, interesting. The channel ScrewTube Popo has banned is the one they took away and gave it back to the Queen months later. Right. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, everyone please get those likes up. Thank you in advance. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. Now we have 470 people in the chat. Please get those likes up on your way out of here if you forgot. Okay, please get the likes up on your way out. With that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. And don't remember to do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Until next time, peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that
flavor. Soul all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got